preemptively get this. So if I have to navigate, it'll be good. Yeah, it looks like Wisdom's just going for like the stereotypical brawl composition that we've been seeing over the past few months. Geometric going for this like Orisa Diva composition. So it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. I wouldn't say that, but it's interesting, especially on offense. This honestly looks more like a defensive composition. You can certainly get away with it on offense, but then again, at this SR, you can get away with anything, right? So, like, what's their win conditions here? Poke down. It's gonna be difficult to poke down because you're kind of playing like brawl DPS at the very least with the Reaper. I don't know what what their DPS's comfort picks are, but if they could have something like a Hanzo or an Ashe or maybe like a McCree, I feel like that would give them a little bit more poke damage, but it's still not terrible. Like, they had their moments here and there. And I don't think it was any particular hero picks that were really the problem yet, at the end of the day. So on defense, on certain maps, they just took it to another... Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it works on defense. Just like, flat out. But yeah, here's one of the first problems that you're seeing with this composition, right? Is, if I go back just a little bit, the entire points of like bunker in general, which like if you're playing Orisa, you're playing bunker, is basically you want to... Okay, I'll get you in a second, Willie. Let me finish this thought so I don't get off track. With the bunker composition, you want to like poke and kite as much as possible. Oh. Who joined? What? How did you get here?
Inside me.
Oh. Okay. I was so confused. Okay, let me set up a few things then. So that the stream can be a little bit less scuffed. Actually, you go ahead and explain that while I set the things up.
Yeah, so generally the idea is, you're right, it's very much more a defensive thing, but you can run it on offense. The idea is that you can just absorb any dive and any brawl, because Reaper and Torb just survive, and Orisa hits shifts and survive. It relies on people playing into you, though. And when we were running it in scrims, everyone was just like running into us. So when it worked really well in scrims, we thought, geez, this is going to work really well in a game. But then two things happened in the game. Was that Wisdom played smart, which, you know, we should have expected. And also, we didn't play the comp right. We pressed W into them a lot and let them brawl onto us, where you want to kite or absorb the aggression in this comp.
Yeah, pretty much what I was saying, except more from a team's perspective. Yeah, that's kind of why I was curious, like, rewatching this when I was like viewing all the games. I was like, wow, Geo's really committing to this, and they're playing it kind of funky. I think it's dangerous to play just this, but I think if you want to play this as like a main composition and then like go back and have a few other tricks up your sleeve, I think it could work in theory.
Yeah, we just didn't teach them enough about switching the comp when it didn't work and that sort of stuff. And yeah, I think most of this loss is on the coaches rather than the players.
Okay. You'll have more opportunities to give more insight. You can see, like, right here, Wisdom just goes straight into their faces. Probably not the best area to walk through is this tiny little room, because this is exactly where Wisdom wants Geo.
Yeah. The ideal rotation would be like going around stairs and then poking at them from the back of stairs back there, because you got a lot of sight lines and you can speed boost back onto that mega there.
Oh, you would know this because you're the coach. So does Jin have like a death wish or something? Because this map in particular, I remember like, seeing him stagger himself really hard and go for these like 1v1s that weren't in his favor with like spongy cheese, for example. It's like, oh dear, this Reaper.
Jin uses she/her.
Oh, okay.
To start.
I don't have the registry up, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, she was very nervous because it's her first game.
Oh, okay.
of like competitive, like a team-based environment sort of thing. But yeah, she does like to go for a lot of flanks, but in general, but usually they're a bit more successful.
Jin has the main tank mindset, not
Yeah.
not false. Honestly, yeah, she has good mechanics, but there were certainly times where it's like, is this comp? You know,
Yeah.
make the Reapers in their backline alone. But that can also work because we've seen metas like that in the past, like Overwatch League Season 2, like that. It just goes at the rewind. Not the ridiculousness of this entire this entire thing. What is this? Boom, boom, dead, wraiths out. What is that, dude? Oh no. Like, if you can
Bungie was
enable
just not
that-
aware.
No one was. They weren't expecting
Yeah.
it. The problem being is that once they did expect it, Jin was just fodder. So
Yeah.
like, if you can enable it, like what I was saying before, if you can do like the Overwatch League Season 2 style meta with like the Grand Finals where they had Doomfist Reaper and the Doomfist would engage and the Reaper like wraiths in or Shadow steps back.
In this fight, Pasty got caught out like playing on the cart,
Oh dear.
and so
Carry.
Pepper just yeah.
Okay, I want to rewind a little bit to see where Pasty gets caught out.
Like right.
Where is he?
So he's playing like under the
Oh.
cart here,
That's not
where
bad
that's like a
position.
very dangerous
Oh,
position.
That's tragic. I
Yeah.
was gonna say that's not terrible positioning for Baptiste. I mean, it's risky because you do have the defense right there, but that's not like a throw. That's just
No.
the Mei was right there. Oh, I'm pretty sure Gag just killed them and their Reinhardt from the boop.
Time to raise my APM.
What's Jin's hero pool, by the way? I only saw her on Reaper.
She can play most flex DPS.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. We just ran this comp a lot in scrims.
I can definitely
'cause,
see
like,
it
it-
working.
Yeah. Well, we were scrimming like a 2.8 ish, and that it worked really well there. Whereas we haven't been running this comp as much. A little bit of leaks, but I don't think it would work as well in like the 3K. We just
Wait, what?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know how this bomb
Where
really
was
works.
Flint? Why was she?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She tried to retreat. What you'll see, what I've seen a lot of like owl teams do is when a bomb gets tossed in, you just like rush past the gate, the bridge, like straight into them. I'm not sure if you could get away with it with your composition, because you're a lot slower.
Yeah.
If you're running a mirror like of what they're doing, I could totally see it. What was the plan? Oh, we have a question from Juicebucks. Wooly, what was the plan for off tank since I saw Soul play it on Jib?
Yeah, well, Sol played off tank for Camelot in Flux, so we knew he had a pretty good off tank, and we were. The day before scrims, Gekido said he wasn't going to be. The day before the game, sorry, Gekido said he wasn't going to be there for the match, so we ran Sol on off tank on the scrims the day before. So we were like, we're down 2-0, we need to change something up. Let's try Sol on off tank again. Was basically why we ran it on Jib.
Who's Weehow Tat? Sorry if I butchered that. Name
That's
in Twitch
Hypno.
chat.
That's Hypno.
That's Hypno, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen that name in Twitch chat before, but I can never pin it down.
That wall was really good. Geo can definitely win that fight without that wall. It cuts off the amp matrix and the
Oh dear. What,
Bongo
this
damage.
is one of those times.
yeah.
Oh my god. Bungie. Oh, the Death Blossom though. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I think the play would have been to kill Spongy and then Wraith out.
I mean, the better play probably would have been not to
Yeah.
take Visual with Spongy, but you get those.
True.
So, I mean, like, take what you can get and get the hell out, but it worked, almost. Although I
Yeah,
think
very close.
you guys would have liked to have the Death Blossom right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You see a lot of this match through the entirety of it. Wisdom press Q first, too.
Oh yeah, that's just in general. The team that ults first usually wins like 80%
Yeah.
of the time in Overwatch League, something like that. So it's really whoever can force the faster tempo, which I mean, like, Wisdom has the comp to play faster. So you'd have to really play balls to the wall to actually play faster with an Orisa.
Yeah.
Time to raise my APM. Routing power to forward shield.
Unfortunately, used a ton of ults in the previous fight, so you don't really have too much to work with here. Oh. Yeah.
Time to raise my APM.
Curious as to why you guys didn't take the high ground as much, like, especially when Wisdom was, like, down here defending Cart.
Yeah,
You
the
didn't
rotations
really-
were slow.
You just, like, never really rotated up here. Although, I guess you don't really have the DPS to deal with that. I mean, you had Soul, who I guess could set up, like, a turret or something on the high ground. If you had, like, a McCree or an Ashe, I could see it a little bit better then.
Yeah, if you had a Echo doesn't work as well because you don't have a Mercy or a Brig to pocket them.
Yes, Hypnotos. We're gonna try and do this weekly every Monday.
But Echo would be good if you can, like, if Pasty can hit the right clicks on the Echo. Echo would be really, really good.
Yeah, or sacrifice the Lucio for a Mercy, which honestly wouldn't be terrible if you're running the Orisa, because you, you can't really speed that well anyways.
Yeah, the
Same
idea
time
is
too,
that
yeah, probably.
you're using speed not to engage, but to disengage,
Yeah.
which you kind of need on attack. On defense, obviously, especially on Hollywood first, you can get away with the Mercy because you have a lot of poke. Especially like now we changed to the Ashe Echo.
Okay, yep. The hell? Oh. It's like, why is why is there like a music box there? There's an ice cream truck running around outside my window. Alright. Okay, yep, so you're playing more of like an actual bunker comp now, as opposed to trying to force the brawl. What the hell happened there?
Pepper just hit 2 right clicks.
I gotta see that from Pepper's perspective. Wait, that went by too fast. Oh, it wasn't even
Just
two,
one
that was
right
just
click.
one.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
Just took a lot of spokes. Spongy must have hit a shot or two or something.
Maybe. You guys have to, yeah, completely rotate from there. Jin is very much in danger if Spongy decided to poke around.
Yeah.
Not bad poke. See, this plays a lot better into your guys' compositions, like actual win conditions. You just, like, force them to run to you,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you could just poke them down before they ever got a chance to get even remotely close. This works a lot better for defense. I think you guys looked a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm actually... Who are you versing this upcoming week? You're versing Fortunate Sons?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm very interested to see how that match starts up, because neither you nor Fortunate Sons really had an opportunity to exist for very long,
Yeah.
because your opponents
Yeah.
were really strong.
Yeah, Rio just like
Oh dear.
very much went ham on. They just were so aggressive against Fortunate Sons,
Yeah.
and they couldn't absorb it and they couldn't match it.
I do have to give a lot of credit to Jin for not chasing Wisdom
Yeah.
with the copy, because that would have been suicidal. Probably could have had a little bit better patience with the copy, but... Or I guess faster, because they did rotate.
Yeah,
I don't know. Either more patient or faster, either or works.
it was unfortunate timing.
This was just weird by Wisdom. They had, like,
I'm backing
no target focus whatsoever once they lost Spongy. They're just, like, letting Flint fly around his Mercy and contest the point forever.
Yeah.
Suki, wanna watch Intervod next? Depending on how long this one takes, Suki will either watch an Inter one or another Novice one. Originally I was thinking 2 maps per division, but might actually just do 1 map per division depending on how long they are. Oh, I was about to say, okay, well, what does each team have? But then Wisdom didn't take a breath. Okay, both main supports are down. That's a lot of bolts from Geo.
Yeah. I think if that bomb is just on that bridge, that gets a lot more value. But they kill Mei, and they stop using the supercharger, which is they should like come around to poke from that little corner or something. Didn't get the value we needed off that. We still win the fight.
This entire fight was so split, like from both teams, mind you, not just Geo.
Yeah. Here Perry called to stay on the low ground, I think, when like the rest of our team's coming up to the high ground, probably taking the right sort of space, which unfortunate with a bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, I mean the higher ground would have been a better option, but like you gotta stick with your Orisa, because now she's a sitting duck.
Yeah, she uses Fortify early, which you really don't want to use.
Your DPS are kind of bringing it back.
Yeah.
Kind of. not enough. They almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, this entire match was just weird. I think Hollywood was a good example.